My name is Mark Smith. I'm an animal cruelty investigator with the Arizona Humane Society.
My name is Julie. I've been with the Arizona Humane Society for about 5 years.
My name is Ruthie Jesus, and I'm the field operations supervisor. I'm also emergency animal medical technician and animal cruelty investigator. The team responds to more than 12,000 calls a year, more than 7,400 of which are animal cruelty investigations. And certainly in the summertime, our calls for no water, no shelter, entangled animals, animals in a hot car definitely go up.
So when we first arrive on scene now, we're making sure we're wearing masks and gloves and trying to avoid going in the homes when we can avoid it. A lot of times we can't because we're going to see conditions, horde conditions and things like that. So we're still, still doing what we have to do, but, we're just taking extra precautions.
Good girl.
One of the hardest challenges dealing with this pandemic is our team is split in two. I haven't seen some of my coworkers in a couple months. It's been difficult. I'm ready for things to get back to normal. And see some of my coworkers that I haven't seen forever.
And then also wearing the masks at all time has been quite challenging in the heat.
I think one of the toughest part about our job is that our team never knows when we're going to come into direct contact with COVID or someone who's been exposed to COVID. So I did respond to one of the first confirmed COVID cases where one owner had passed away and one was in the hospital, and there were two small dogs left in the home. And it was very difficult because the police were scared and the neighbors were scared and family members were scared. But that's our job, and we don't leave animals behind.
Get you down here. Get some air conditioning going.
Lately, during this COVID-19 pandemic, I think I have particularly been able to find joy in the interaction with families that have tried multiple agencies looking for help and assistance for their animals, and no one has been able to help them. And being able to make their day and tell them, I'm here, I'm going to save your animals, I'm going to go in and feed and water them while you're in the hospital, I'm going to make sure that they're taken care of when you're not able to. Being able to provide that comfort to somebody, it's what I would want if I was in the same position.
That's been probably during this pandemic been one of the most rewarding parts is actually seeing people, be scared and think they're going to lose their pet because they couldn't afford something, and then us end up helping them keep their pet in that loving home is always, is a great feeling. And, I love being able to do that. I don't always want to be the bad guy and taking pets, but if it's warranted, I do enjoy it, rescuing the animals. But if I can help someone and keep them in their home, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
I think it's definitely difficult knowing that there are so many people impacted by COVID-19. There are people sick, there are people dying, there are people in quarantine for prolonged periods of time, and there's so many people out there that have lost their jobs, that are struggling to pay their bills. So first and foremost, I feel extremely blessed to have a job to come to have a steady paycheck, and that the Arizona Humane Society is supported by our donors to the extent that we're able to continue still doing our work.
Hi. How you doing?
There's a lot of organizations that have had no choice but to cut back their services to the community, and unfortunately that means that the animals sometimes suffer. So, we have to do this job. We have to be out there. If we don't do it, nobody else will. So, it's really important that we face our fears and just keep at it and do the work that's in front of us, because there's a lot of families and a lot of animals that are counting on us. So I consider it an absolute privilege to be able to not only have my job, but be able to continue to do the work that we do.
You can see them go from when you first got them in the condition that they were in to walking out the door. If it's a dog wagging their tail, or like a happy family carrying a cat carrier out, and everybody, it makes you want to cry. I always, in passing, if we see that, we always say congratulations, and everybody's so excited, and the animals are, they get a new start, they get a new life, and that's our whole purpose.